It's not easy to go undefeated. And I've been told that hasn't happened for quite some time. I haven't brushed up on my Stonehill history pre-2014, so I don't know exactly when the last time was happened, but I imagine it's very difficult, and the right things have to happen. You have to be very lucky with the right players, health, not having injuries, that kind of thing. So we've been able to really skirt by some of the pitfalls that can derail a season a little bit, and it's a credit to the girls. They've got in here August 18th, and they had a singular task on their mind, and it was to win every match they can for as long as they keep letting us play. So for them to go undefeated and keep it rolling like that, it's really all on them. I think the great thing that we've had some success in the past, both positive and negative, with winning a championship and coming very close in two others. All those players are still here, so they've tasted both, so they know not only what to expect when you get to that stage, but I think it might add a little bit more motivation as far as not wanting to see another team celebrate on your courts. I know that was pretty hard for everybody to take last year. So with that kind of veteran leadership, at the helm, I think we're prepared for whatever gets thrown at us. Hopefully come Sunday. It's funny, we had this conversation the other day. I was speaking to some of the seniors, and they've been around the program obviously for 4 years, and we've been very successful, and they said this year by far has been the smoothest year as far as team chemistry goes. And I wish I could take credit for that, but that's really all on the captains, on the upperclassmen, girls, right? And the fact that they can be together for so long in such a competitive atmosphere. Tennis is funny. It's a singular sport, and then once you get to college, we ask you to get onto a team and support each other, even though you're competing with your teammates for playing time. So the fact that they can kind of push those things aside and just root for the common goal doesn't happen very often, really, at any level of the sport. So to be around that, and as the coach of that, it's you're certainly aware when something special like that happens, and it's not always. So I'm just thrilled that we've come together like that, and when we say we're a family, they truly are acting like a family. When I first heard that I got Coach of the Year, it was my wife. She had saw it on Twitter, I believe, and she called and said that they chose the worst possible photograph of me to do so. She said I looked very angry. I was probably watching doubles at the time, but in all seriousness, it's not something you ever go after, and I think if any success I get is purely based on what the girls accomplish and how they drive themselves, and just to be able to be a part of them for a small part of their collegiate careers and their lives, and be able to work with them and learn from them, that's really the reward you're looking for, that and hopefully a conference championship. Historically, Lemoyne's been a pretty tight match for us. We played them in the playoffs, I believe it was 2 years ago. Up top, they're pretty strong, 1, 2, 3. Several international kids, throughout the entire lineup. So that's definitely a strong point for them. And we did fortunately beat them in the regular season. On the onset, looks pretty handily, but playoffs are a different story. I mean, yesterday with Lemoyne beating Assumption, you could definitely classify that as an upset, so anything can happen. So I know our girls, as much as they're excited to play a team that they've beaten, they know that it's much harder to do the second time around.